Beautiful ones, so welcome to today's Lunar New Year celebration. It's going to be really much more fluid, I suppose. Like, I don't have a specific topic that I really want to riff on. So as with all my spaces, this is an incredible opportunity for you to make use of the space to your advantage, so that I can be of higher service to you. Feel free to use the comment section to share with me what is alive and true for you, what's coming up for you as I speak. As with everything that I share, I don't want to ask you to agree with me. You're very welcome to have a different opinion, a different experience, and this is the key. I wish for you to speak directly from your experience and join hands with me in this live session to push the edge of your current experience, because transformation can only happen when we truly come into full presence in the field together and we allow that third energy to arise. And that third energy is the energy of transformation, is the energy of a new emergence of the self, the soul, whatever you want to call it, directly from source. Okay, so today we are celebrating the Lunar New Year. Because it's in my culture, I call it Chinese New Year. But for everyone else from anywhere, all races, all skin colors, welcome, and happy Lunar New Year. Oh my goodness, every time my energy level spikes, like my screen starts to fritz. So I hope that the connection is still excellent. I would love to also share that today we are in the new moon. So this is really beautiful because the new moon is in Aquarius. And we're going to talk a little bit about the snake energy that we're arriving in. But before we do that, let's anchor in, shall we? Let's come into this space. Full presence is required if you truly want to receive the non-verbal transmission, because the words can only reach your consciousness. We want to reach deep into your soul. We want to go there. Okay, I will read your comments when we come back, but for now, let's come on in and let us sit. If you're standing, that's all good, as long as your crown of the head is facing skyward and your spine, the tip of your spine, is facing earth. Let's allow ourselves to come into our inner temple by closing our eyes. Let's just walk into this stillness that is always profoundly available for us within. And we're going to bring the chi up from earth, honoring the power of earth as she gives us life force. And all the way, deep breath in, bring it up your spine. Let the spinal fluid arrive. You can also squeeze your perineum just to bring this forth into your heart. And then exhale it all the way back down to earth, releasing the tensions in your muscles, opening your joints. Let's do that one more time, squeezing your perineum just a little bit gently. And we're going to bring the energy up through the spine. Let the spinal fluid arrive up from the earth. Let the energy rise up like a snake or a dragon into the back of the heart. Hold it there. And you're going to roll your physical eyes up and take another deep inhale and bring the energy up through the spine, up the back of your neck, into the base of the skull. Keep holding your breath. Let it arrive in the back of your head. Keep inhaling, holding, And let it arrive in the crown of your head, in the center of your head. And now, just hold. When you exhale, you're going to exhale it all the way down the front of your body. So exhale, let the energy roll down your third eye. Let it arrive inside the mouth. Let it roll down the throat. Let it release the front of your chest. Oh, releasing all the tension in your solar plexus. Let it release any tension in the abdomen. Let the abdomen open up. And let it arrive in the pelvic bowl. And let it move back into earth, connecting you to the crystalline heart of Mother Earth. Place your awareness in the very, very deep heart of Mother Earth, buried so deep. And feel yourself surrounded by this beautiful Divine Mother. Let her sphere breathe you in. As you breathe out, spherical breathing all the way from outside into the belly. From all directions, spread the belly open, expand it. And when you exhale, just let the navel go back and lean deeper into the spine. Keep inhaling universal breath. Let the belly remember its universal life force. And exhale. You are the universe. You are the universe. Heaven, earth, and human as one. Exhale, continue. Bring universal energy deeper into your body. Focusing your awareness in the crystalline heart. You are the one seated there, becoming pure awareness. Feel the love of Mother Divine. Feel the nourishment through whatever you eat. That is how she enters you, this earthly life force. See the mountains, the oceans, the trees, the flowers, perhaps a place in nature that you love. See the open sky, the clouds in strange formations. See the desert plains and all the different landscapes, all so unique, all so sacred. See all the animate and inanimate species. Feel the raindrops on your skin, in your hair, running down your face. Feel the soil against the soles of your feet. Feel the sand, the grass. Feel it, really feel it. How blessed we are. Feel the sun shining down, beaming down its ancient light coats on us, God coats, source coats, divine coats, asking us to remember who we really are, children of the universe, all of us. Feel the moon, the light of the moon mysteriously brushing across the skin. Feel the wind, from a breeze to a full-on, powerful storm. And feel the snow. Let the power of Mother Nature hold you in gratitude. And feel in your hands, your powerful hands, that nature that you are, your healing nature, your loving nature. And place that over your heart. Bless your body, all parts of your body. Relax your face, smile. You're going to release your hands and open your eyes and watch me do this so we can do this together. We're going to place the back of our hands against each other at the level of the heart. And we're going to breathe in deeply into the belly. So expand your belly as you inhale. And you're going to move your hands up very slowly through the channel, right at the third eye. And you're going to open up to the side, and in your right hand hold the sun, and in your left hand you're holding the moon. Hold and breathe. Feel the power. Inhale all the energy and exhale out into the field. Feel the limitless space behind you. Feel the limitless space above you. Feel the limitless space below you. Feel the limitless space all around you. Feel the power of the sun and the moon in your hands, entering into your heart. And slowly let them come down, palms up. And we're going to raise our arms once more by hugging the entire golden egg around us. So inhale. Bring the arms up to the level above the crown of your head. And we're going to bring the cosmos down into our body. Inhale and exhale down the arms in front of the body, but focusing on your energy entering the center channel of your body. And we will all arrive at the space below the navel. Place your mind here in the stillness, in an ocean that is so still there is no ripple. And when you're ready, you can slowly come back. Rubbing your hands, bring some heat back into your body. Place it over your eyes. and rub it down the front of your head and over the center of your head and down the side of your body. And just massage any parts of your body to bring them back. Bring them back. You can also tap them just up and down the arms a few times. The side, the back, and the front of the arm, each side. Your hand needs to be cupped like this so that it doesn't slap directly, but you're actually cupping it. Side as well, the legs and the kidney area at the back, down the sacrum. Alright, I like to massage the soles of the feet as well, just to bring back some moisture, like just electromagnetic field is very in touch with our physical body, so we can receive divine downloads and instinctual hits and intuitive hits very, very easily. Okay, how's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling? Let me know before we dive right in. Elwin is saying, started practicing Qigong this past year. Amazing. So you probably recognize a few of these things, and then joined Rate Note this year and started learning Mandarin. Oh, I love that. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So thank you so much for honoring the culture, the everything that we're doing here. It's such a big deal for me in terms of the work that I do to go to the heart where we can decolonize certain aspects in terms of especially mind, body, and spirit, the practice, the origin of the practice, as well as something that's very deep to my heart, which is tea. If you are new here, my work centers upon what we call Cha Dao. Cha Dao means the way of tea. And you may have seen tea ceremonies around the world, whether it's in China, Taiwan, or where else? Japan, Korea. The tea ceremony that I work with, I very much dive deep into a place of cosmic stillness, where the intention is to bring you to the depth of your divine self and bring you back into full embodiment. So we dive deep, we go to the depth, and you get to bring that into embodiment as a unique expression here in this dimension. And so I'm very honored to work with mostly multidimensional women in this aspect. You know, we dive deep into the ceremony because there is really so much we can really do when we're speaking. And when we are in spoken word, there are lots of times where you can disagree and you can hear it, and then the conscious mind will hear it and say, yeah, I totally get that, but it doesn't quite land in the body. Has anyone experienced that? You probably have read all the books. Maybe you are in a mentorship even. Maybe you've gone into coaching programs, you know, bought a program or bought another program and watched the replays and things like that. And then there's still this sense of like doubt or not sure what I'm doing, like what is going on here, or like there's someone who said this and then another person said that. And so it's important for me in my work that we have a moment where we can really clear the channel where the communication is nonverbal. And what I found is that the perfect place to do that is actually in a ceremony. Because in a ceremony, there is no ceremony if you're not fully present. If you're not here, I'm not here, there is no ceremony. and then bringing in the ancient wisdom of tea, which is, in this context, tea trees that are indigenous origin, that are wild growth, that are old growth. We're talking about hundreds to thousands of years old from its own original land. So I know, because I work with women all around the world, mostly in the Western realm, tea can also mean herbs and chamomile, lavender, rose, and all of that, or lotus even. But in this context, we are speaking about tea as the original tea, cha itself. So tea from Yunnan in China, tea from Taiwan, and certain aspects, certain parts of Japan, but mostly we work with tea that is very much steeped in its very original birthplace, because the resonance is beautifully fine-tuned and attuned to the cosmic realms to bring you further and deeper into remembering your own cosmic depth, your cosmic origin. And if you're new here and you have you're thinking I have no freaking idea what she's talking about, just let me know, because I know this can go on so many levels. But if you also feel like you resonate with that, please also comment and let me know. I really love to use this platform to communicate with all of you and to bring forward this beautiful remembrance of how unlimited, how limitless you truly are. And ceremony is such a beautiful way to bring it forward. And by the way, when we talk about tea, what I love about that is it is an adaptogenic. So it's not a psychedelic. You can use that as a daily practice. In the words of some of the greatest masters that have ever lived, to be the version that we are here to be, we chose to come to earth. This is what I saw very clearly in my own direct experience, and so I can speak from it. It's not something I read in a book or watched on YouTube. Okay, we chose to come to earth, and earth is one of the densest planets. It didn't used to be, but in the moment that we're living now, it is. And we chose to come here at this time. At this time, when it feels like there is so much chaos around us, there is a hidden order that has always been there, that if we can tap into, we can understand and we can fully embody who we really are. And that is how we can bring forth transformation, alchemy, and actually bring Earth to the next dimension. We can talk all day about 4D, 5D, blah, 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 existing in the eternal now. But if we're stuck in the timeline that is very 3D, we will always be in this timeline. And I mean Earth as well. Mother Earth herself is spiritualizing along with us. So firstly, let's backtrack a little bit. We're in an incredible time. We're in new moon in Aquarius. As you all know, Aquarian energy is profoundly attuned to innovation, and just talking about collapsing time and space and community is all very Aquarian. Some of you may have heard that we're in the age of Aquarius, right? We are moving towards that heart of it. And today is the first day of the Lunar New Year that we are calling the Yin Wood Snake Year. Now, for me, when I was deeply in trance state in ceremony with tea, what tea showed me was that this image of the dragon's tail turning into a snake's tail, and then the snake's face coming forward into another side. So it's like a continuum. It's like an infinite sign. And I call it a continuum of the dragon and snake. So wood element itself is governed by the spirit animal of dragon. And this year, unlike the first year of wood we had with the dragon, it was a very young wood dragon year. So you might have experienced some really explosive changes in your life. Some things that collapsed, some things that came through like, ooh, it's like, wow, drama. This year, the yin wood snake year really is asking us to center ourselves in that receptiveness of yin. Yin is very much about being receptive. Let me just bring this forward so you can see me. It's very much about peace. It's about really finding that vortex of stillness, where when paired with wood, which is very much about expansion and growing and reaching for the stars. Just imagine a tree that's ever growing. Wood is that energy. It's like a teenager who is ready to just like rapidly get out there. So we will, like back in 2024, we may have seen a lot of very divisive and even angry kind of or anger-inducing kind of experiences. So in the yin wood nature, what we're looking at is something that's a lot more in the yin, dreamy, artistic, imaginative, and curious, and deep, open space. And as the wood element is like if you combine yin and wood together, it's like a flower that is just moving towards the sun. That's how our meditation kind of came through. And that allows us to really ground and root, and at the same time, we are moving towards higher realms in a very embodied way. So really, I feel like this year with the snake as well, you know, which is very associated with light and the heart, yeah, and the Kundalini energy. I can imagine this, yeah. We are moving into a beautiful place where literally heaven, earth, and human are one. That's what brought forward the inspiration for today's title. And so in Chinese, what it sounds like is 天地人合一. So 天 is heaven, 地 is earth, and 人 is human. 合一 is unite as one. And how I really see this is that, oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful honoring of who we are, a microcosm of the macrocosm. So when we talk about Cha Dao, we're not just talking about drinking the tea. The plant itself, which is already so potent, it carries the DNA of Mother Earth. It also carries the DNA of the cosmos. It literally is like, I always say this, like when I pour tea, I'm pouring the entire cosmos into your bowl. And in ceremony, we are coming into deep remembrance beyond this present time, but we're traveling into infinite space. We're in that portal of infinite field of potential. And we're connecting with our ancestors. We're connecting with the memories of our future. We're literally coming back to the creator energy. And this is what we call external alchemy. Now, what if we pair that with internal alchemy? That is my work. That is what I'm here to bring forward. And when I realized that, I definitely went through my craziest, like, I don't know, breaking apart. And from that breaking apart, my mind just sort of broke open, my ego broke open, and I allowed God to live through me. And I started to just allow that divinity to guide me. But it definitely broke me. At the beginning, I really thought, you know, I lost friends, I lost peers in my world who thought I've gone cuckoo, that, you know, in the times when I had tears coming down my eyes, they would think that, oh well, she's lost her power, you know. Clients, I had people around me, my loved ones, who had no freaking clue what the hell was going on in my life. And now that I look back on that, I can totally get it. I can totally get it. And it's the inspiration, by the way, behind the beautiful mentorship space that I'm running now called The Outgrowth. It's really a highest self activation, and that journey really is the whole point. The journey is really the whole point, because If we look back at very, very old ancient scriptures and sacred texts and records of cosmic healing, the secret to immortality and happiness and all of those incredible things, we can trace it back to, in time, the Taoists. And by the way, I want to take a moment to honor my ancestors who so fervently, in times that felt like chaos, if you're not familiar with the history of China, there were temples and there were disciples, there were incredible sages and mystics and monks who carried the most profound teachings that inevitably were very much mostly destroyed and burned when the Communist Party came through. And that was the time when my ancestors decided to escape, and a lot of them arrived in places like Taiwan, Southeast Asia, to count a few, of course, all around the world as well, I'm sure. The diasporic community is very much responsible for the upkeep of what we know and what we have now, the access to things like Qigong and Tai Chi, or really in by the way, I'm gonna say it in the proper Chinese form. I'm gonna do that. Qigong, Tai Chi, Cha Dao, and so many other things. And so when we talk about the Tao, I just want to take a moment and really honor these brave, incredible beings who preserved their life because they were thinking so much about their family, about their tradition, and they carried forth the tradition to wherever they are, and they kept it alive the way that they could. And I'm sure a lot of you, whatever race that you are, you can relate to that so deeply, because it goes so far beyond who you are right now. It's really this connection you have with the memory of your future. It's almost like this instinctual link that you feel. And even though they were perhaps in that survival mechanism, and I honor them for what they knew, and they did what they knew. And now we get to continue to write the legacy in the most abundant and source-led way that we've always meant to be. And it's so easy, so much easier for us to tap into that right now with the information we have at hand, with the access we have at hand. If you're watching me right now, you definitely 100% have the opportunity and the ability to completely take charge of your life. Sovereignty is the most powerful form of freedom that you can ever have. And what I mean in that sense is that you got to detach yourself from the influences of your external circumstances. And that takes mastery. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But it is the first step to any life you desire to live, that I know you have a big desire to live, and the way you desire to serve through living the life that you want to live. Let it be very clear here. We are literally witnessing the crumbling of an old paradigm, but we also are at the brink, and we have that choice to fully walk away from it or cling on to it, because we're so afraid that what if nothing else comes after this? And so you have to be so clear that the only way they have their tentacles hooked into you is that you have some kind of belief running in your unconscious system that there's a lack of something if you do not let that go. That the external circumstance controls your life. That something outside of you is, oh my God, Ivichoko, hello! I think Alice is also here, by the way, but let me know. The source of abundance is here within. Exactly. But one thing that I want to tell you this, is that you gotta be so freaking clear. Abundance of what? Abundance of what? Abundance of lack is also abundance. Yeah? You have to remember you are the creator creating the creation. And that means you get clear on exactly what you desire. God, Source, the divine, only can know herself, himself, themselves through the way you live. They can give you a signal, they can give you a sign, but ultimately you decide. And this is why if you are so hooked on your external circumstances, if you're so hooked onto the program, wake up, brush your teeth with that favorite mug that you want, you drink coffee, and then you go out again into work, and then you get pushed around the same way, and then you come home, and then you crawl into bed, and then you read the same book, and then you go to bed, you're not actually creating. And I want to tell you a little bit about the Taoist masters. When they were searching for that internal alchemy, because they realized that external alchemy is great, right? With plants, with mainly plants, plant medicine, herbs and things like that, psychedelics. They realized that that is limited. Like you have to keep finding it, you have to keep pulling it out of the universe, and it feels like there's something more. And so they turn their attention inward to uncover the mysteries surrounding their life force, whether it's about happiness or how to attain immortality, how to reverse aging, all of the things that interested them. But beyond that, they found what's beyond all of the things they thought they desired. They discovered a universe within, and they found that it perfectly reflected the outer universe. This is why we celebrate the new moon. This is why we look at the full moon. This is why we feel it. And we also feel the planetary alignments. We feel what's happening with the planets. And these things are not to control, like to limit you. They are here. When you know about it, you can work with it. That's the whole point. So when they see that to become connected to the outer universe, one must first gain control of this inner universe. This is why it's the same thing as I was just saying. To gain control of your outer circumstances, you've got to gain control of your inner sense, the inner sense of self, the inner knowing of who you are. And for the Taoists, they knew that through experiencing it all as a flow of energy, also known as qi, through their bodies. So if you look at Newtonian physics, right? The Newtonian physics will say, when there's a cause, there's an effect. Taoists, however, they understand that as an interaction of a vast sea of energy that is constantly creating and recreating the universe in an infinite number of ways. So let's tap into this together, okay? The first force is called the universal force, or also known as heavenly qi. It includes the energies of all the planets, the stars and the galaxies, and what we call universal love. This is the presence of love in you that is not like, it's not attached to something or someone. This is a vast, all-pervading force that we just tapped into in our activation, by the way. It nourishes the soul, it nourishes the spirit and qi within each individual and in every living thing, like your dog, your cat, you know, it exists in them too. And by the way, there's something so beautiful that I love about this, is that the Taoists say that the moon, which can be considered a planet, has a strong magnetic field that combines with the Earth's field. Imagine that. Combined together, they can draw the qi from hundreds of billions of stars and planets within and outside in the galaxy. And it is through deep stillness, through a meditative or trance state, that we can access this energy through the crown point at the top of our skull, which we just did. We just did for a short moment, but I just want to bring this into focus on how powerful it is when we learn to work with this, okay? And in the outgrowth mentorship space, it is literally the highest self-activation journey, by the way. When we talk about the highest self, this energy is also known as the second force, which is the cosmic life force, the cosmic chi. And this cosmic wave, or what we call the particles of light, they are part of the original chi that spirals into matter to form the stars and planets. From nothing, from the void, which is also known as wuji, the undifferentiated force. This cosmic chi comes out, is part of the original chi, and the magnetic powers of the earth and universe, it caused these particles to drift through our atmosphere like dust. And it is the Taoist belief that human flesh is formed from the fallen cosmic dust of the universe. Just take a moment and then breathe that in. How beautiful you are. How beautiful you are. Right? Is anyone else feeling that? Or is it just me here? I think that question is also interesting because I always feel like ultimately there is only one of us here. And so asking if there's only me here, it's also, I kind of know the answer to that as well. So take a moment and feel into those particles of light, particles of light. Oh my gosh. They nourish the mind and the essences of all the internal organs, the glands, and the senses within our physical dimension. And by the way, if you didn't know, you, my love, a soul in human form, you are considered to be the highest manifestation of the cosmic or higher self force, because you are capable of manifestation. You're capable of gathering this energy into your body through meditation and then returning it back to its primordial source. You're capable of bringing it in and going back to the divine infinite field. And that connection often starts here in your mid-eyebrow point. That's the main doorway for absorbing this energy. Okay? And finally, the third force, of course, Earth. Earth is very closely linked to our physical body. It includes the energies of Mother Earth. All plants, animals, water, minerals, and natural formations, whether it's oceans or mountains on the planet. The gravitational force of Earth as well, the electromagnetic field that surrounds the Earth and the earthly 5 elements, water, fire, wood, metal. Am I missing one? Water, fire, earth, water, fire, earth, wood, and metal. Yeah, 5 elements are some of the major aspects of this energy. And we can access this through the soles of our feet and bring it into the torso at the perineum and your sexual organ. So these energies nourish the physical body, supplying our body with daily life force, and it gives us the power to heal ourselves and replenish and renew. I mean, literally, everyone here, you won't be the same version of you after this conversation here. You just won't. And also physically, you shed your cells are shattered like in 3 weeks, I think they said. You're not even the same person anymore. And yet, most of the world is stuck in the same past, whether it was 10 years ago, 10 days ago, we're still stuck. Why? Doesn't make sense, does it? So the earthly force nourishes the soul and your spirit within, and the yin force balances out the yang force. So it's a very dualistic look at energy as well. It's already split into 4 directions and 5 elements and yin and yang, right? So if we start to work with the 3 pure ones, as the Taoists call it, they call it the 3 pure ones because they were the first energies to emerge from the great void, the Wuji. And in fact, when we start working with it, we will literally transform them into the 3 royals or the 3 emperors residing in the body as the 3 dantian, which is below the navel, right here where we placed our mind just now, and the heart, and the upper dantian right here. And they govern different things so that we can start to enhance our mastery of our mind, body, and spirit. So when I say my work literally is here to decolonize your mind, body, and spirit, I work with you in a way where, yes, I will have elements where I explain things like this, but when we are deep in ceremony, and that's the whole point of it, we are literally activating your embodied experience. You're feeling it. You don't need those words or information. Like literally, I drop those informations probably after you've experienced some kind of activations with me, because I want all of you to really feel that for yourself. Feeling it for yourself will lock in the experience more powerfully than any teaching that you just read will ever do mentally, right? So I hope that clarifies some of the stuff. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I would be happy to dive into that together. Okay. Okay. I feel like we can go so far with this, but at the moment I just want to pause there. Otherwise it will become like a teaching session, which isn't what I really was intending to do. But because we were talking about the heaven, earth, and human elements, it felt very important for me to bring forward something that is fundamental to understanding why I talk so much about being a cosmic being. How do we tap in on our own? I feel like in some ways you will already have tapped into that. One of the things about ancient wisdom is that we have to come in without a literal mind. So what I mean is, it can start as simply as, what does the cosmos feel for you? What does it feel like to stay in the center of your head? Without putting a name to it, it can be powerful when we do, perhaps maybe when we call it the cave of Brahma, or when we call it the eye of Horus, right? But I like to, in my mentorship spaces, when you work with me extensively, the work really is about shedding the mental aspect, which is oftentimes analyzing and computing and trying to make sense of it on like a very surface level. Like, I want you to feel it. So I would say, what does the cosmos feel like? Starting with the 3 forces, right? What does it feel like in your upper dantian, in the center of your head, through the third eye, and stay with it, right? I would actually suggest that you start from the bottom and work your way up. Yeah. Although sometimes I also suggest you can intuitively tap into it. Like maybe today when you're in meditation, it feels like your heart is asking for attention. You go to the heart. You ask the heart to show you what the cosmos looks like and feels like. Why do we want to tap into this? Like, how does that serve the way you manifest your life or you create your life? The answer is everything. Everything. You know, no sage or master in their right mind would ever say that they are without teachers or practice. They're devoted to connection with this divine energy. Devoted. So devoted that they let go of everything and they went to the mountains to practice. But I fully feel that we are in a time where mystics are being asked to be in the midst of the marketplace as we do this work, because that is the era that we're in. That's where we are at right now. It's not an either or kind of place anymore. It's literally like we can have it all. But at the same time of having it all, we also have to take on this responsibility of engaging with our own divinity first before we engage with the world. So as with everything, this is actually a Buddhist teaching that I love. Everything you read, even everything you hear from me, if it's not a direct experience you've already had, continue to explore. Continue to ask questions. Questions that are not from your mind, but literally the soul yearning to know, the soul yearning to find the light within. There are no crazy questions, but that experience, it has to be a direct experience. Like, you know, it's not something that someone planted in you. This is a very big thing about decolonization. This isn't something that someone planted into your head or something you read in a book. Read the book, listen with open mind, because if you go in with a critical mind, it's also like the saying where this professor went to the temple to look for a monk, and his cup was full of tea, and he's asking the monk, can you pour me another cup of tea? Because he didn't like the tea in his cup. And the monk asked him again, asked him the question, well, how can I pour more tea when your cup is full? So this is a koan to describe the saying of the I don't know mind is the best mind to learn. And I think that ripples out in my life in a big way, where even when I have someone that I have supposedly my human self fallen out with, and if I had to speak to them again, I come with an I don't know mind, because maybe they have advanced in their soul journey and they're a different person. And so it is really important for us to cultivate a mind like this as well. And then cultivate the courage, the fearlessness. Like, fear is an illusion. We have to see through that illusion so that we can fully live life, so that we can experience directly all the divine aspects of us, all the aspects of us, right? And be so willing to be mentored. I mean, I don't do this alone, and I am committed to my growth. I invest when I see someone a master, a teacher, a mentor that I resonate with, like I don't question, I don't even read what they're offering, I just go. I have some stuff that are happening in my life that's so incredible right now. Like I had this opportunity come up where I will be traveling through the mountains in Wuyi, where, thank you Tanya. Mwah. Remember, the replay can be accessed on my Instagram if you wish to. So I have this incredible opportunity to go to Wuyi Mountains. So if you are into tea, you would know that Wuyi Mountains is one of the most celestial ancient realms of tea, where you still can have the most incredible indigenous single origin tea. And this may just be the one and only time that I can go. And whether I have to clear my calendar, whether I have to find the money to do it, like I already said yes before I even figure that out. And I said it from a place of like full on, yes, I know I will be supported. Yes, I know I don't need to scramble for the resources. I don't need to do that. I don't, because if it's meant for me, and I knew it at the time when I said yes, I just know that whatever it is will be rearranged for this to come to me, right? And I want this knowing for you. I want this knowing for you that you can really literally reorganize the field for that to come to you. Should you want it? Should you let it? Should you allow it? Allowing it to come to you. Because if you're steeped in the limiting belief that is an old conditioning where everything needs to be a hard work, like you need to earn it. Money, you need to earn the money, right? Like, who are you to go on this trip? You're not even a master, or you're not even an expert. Who are you? You're not even the apprentice, right? Then the limiting belief will inform the memories of your future. It just is. Your life is going to be it will unfold as big and as far as your vision goes. And your soul knows, because if your soul knows that there's nothing more anymore in this life, you would know it's time for you to leave this earthly realm. That's how it works. So your life is so much more. And I think we get caught up in this a lot of times. It's so much more than having that fancy champagne or buying a house or getting married or I don't know, like all the things that we wish for. We want to go deeper. We want to go deeper so that these things come, but we're still fulfilled at a deeper level. Does that make sense? And Kelsey's saying all is well. Like, that is very, very true. Like, everything is always happening for us, as us, through us. And we have to be so mindful that when we really say all is well, it isn't a way to bypass or suppress or push away anything that's happening to us that is not quite aligned with, you know, the positive vibes. Because we're here for the full spectrum of our living experience. And full spectrum means everything. At the same time, knowing that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be challenging in the way that we used to be primed to believe. Nothing is testing us. It's all a matter of perspective. And there's no competition, no comparing. There's never been. It was all man-made. This cosmos is so vast. So vast. Like if we can open ourselves to feel this, how powerful you really are, and let it be, let it percolate, let it cultivate in you, so that it is in overflow in a way that is not governed by your ego, it's governed by your soul. That's when you emanate into the field. That's when you can see others and really actually feel so compassionate. Because now you're interconnected. Because you're now interconnected. Because now you see that everything is a reflection of your consciousness. The highs and the lows, the people who are maybe not doing so well, the people who are doing a lot better, like the ego stops judging and putting this yardstick where you are comparing. Instead, you are valuing them as they are, souls on a human, in a human form, all on their own journey. Right, let's see what's Kelsey saying. Julian of Norwich, of course. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Accepting this, the trust is this, is my intention. Yeah, got you, got you. Thank you for sharing this wisdom, gentle and kind, very powerful. Thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In every aspect of the word, I am very grateful that you are here as well. I want to take a moment to share some spaces that are open, so that if you're considering journeying deeper with me, you're very welcome to explore that. One of the biggest things I'm here for really is to help you decolonize the mind, the body, and the spirit. I will dive deeper into this in the next live session once we're back on track with schedules besides the celebration. But basically what that really means is that I want you to know that it is not as hard and challenging as you think to embody your divinity. You are made of God, and you are God on earth. This is what I feel for you, and I know you are here to experience. Your mind may struggle with the idea. Your mind may think there's so much stuff. How do I do this? And the shortcut, I guess that's the word coming through. The shortcut really is mentorship and community. In a space where you are supported, where you are fully seen, where you are held, all parts of you, no parts left behind, where you are learning to have an intersubjective experience in the relational field. And you're not trying to control, you're not trying to manifest now. And you see your life unfolding in the least unexpected ways, because now you're operating in a place where you're so luminous in the unknown, instead of being afraid of the unknown. I mean, honestly, just take a moment, like, why would you still live a life where you are on this autopilot, like you're cruising? Or that you know that you are here to do incredible things, and you've done that. You have been doing incredibly inspiring things, and now you know that it's going to be, your next level is going to be very like energy based. It's like all about your frequency rather than hustling. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because there are moments in time, and I know this, being a business owner, we have to really put ourselves out there. We have to really, like, quote unquote hustle. But it's about where you are when you're doing it. Like, are you coming from lack? Like I said just now, are you coming from an abundance of lack? Or are you coming from an abundance of divine life force? So there are a few places that you can come in, and it's going to stretch you. It's going to stretch you in all the ways. But I really want you to hear this at your soul level. I want your higher self to meet me at the highest level, because that's where I'm going to meet you. I want your higher self to take charge when you hear this. And Kelsey is saying, I feel like you are speaking directly to me. Yeah, and that's how it feels. And I want you to honor that, because a lot of people cut it short at that stage. They're like, oh my God, this is great, but I don't have the money. I feel God speaking to me, but I don't see myself doing it. I want you to really look through and see through those illusions. Those are limitations you put yourself. The authority is scary, see? All of these are just limiting beliefs. Your luminous self is so much bigger than that. And you will know when you are ready. And you will know that this is going to be the decision, that sacred yes that you give is going to be the first step of transformation, because you literally said yes to yourself. You literally said yes to you. And here's the thing. I stand for spiritual women who get to live an incredibly sovereign and wealthy life at the same time. It can mean different things. It can look differently for everyone. But I really want this to be the truth that gets to ripple out as a legacy and beyond. And so the women who come into my world, they know that they're going to experience sacred luxury. Sacred luxury. The vibration of luxury is sacred. You treating yourself as the divine temple that you are. You allowing yourself to have support because you choose to, not because you need it, but you choose it. You breaking through all the old paradigms, the old conditioning. Like, you know, I used to have this too. Like, why do you invest in something that you won't even get a certificate from? Like, all these things, I just see through it. I look at it, I saw the illusion, and I said, no, but like, the feeling in my soul is so powerful. Like, oh my God. And I went from a woman who had zero self-love, completely anorexic, self-abused, all of that, to a woman who is sitting here right now talking to you. And my journey continues to evolve, it continues to grow, and who knows, maybe you will meet me somewhere right now. And the ones who feel this will be here, and that's how I know. So, okay, God bless you. Oh my gosh, thank you. God is blessing me all the time. And I am so blessed that I get to bless you. I get to bless you with this power, with this divine stillness that I get to pour into you, and the transformation and the alchemy that comes with it. So let's see. I've got an incredible one-to-one mentorship space right now. 2 spots are open for the 4-month or 6-month or 12-month option. This is a 5-figure investment. The 12-month option includes a retreat in Kyoto at any time you desire within the year together. This is going to be, I'm sure there will be some conversation, so drop me a message about this and we can talk to see if you're a good fit. And the second place you can dive in, that is, if you're not ready for that, is a bespoke tea ceremony activation called the Masterpiece Edition. This is a one-off, so you can choose your date with me online or in person if you want to fly me to where you are, or you want to come into Edinburgh. And the full credit for this Masterpiece Edition can be used towards a mentorship space if you wish afterwards. Okay, thank you, Denise. And finally, I have something that's really exciting coming that's free. Yes, it's a free space, everyone. It's called House of Gods. And it is happening live on the 14th of February. And you just need to fill up an application form so that I know what's going on in your life and all of those good stuff. And you can come in and be able to experience directly the mentorship space with me. So if this is for you, come into the free House of Gods. And please know that applications will close on the 10th of February. So you get it in as soon as you can. And yeah, we will let you know, and you will be directly mentored by me on the call. Okay, if you can't make it live, you can wait till the application is closed, and then I will release the spots for free. Like, you can come in and dial in and just listen and stuff like that. Okay, so either way, you're in. So if you need that link, just drop me a message or go to the link in my bio and you can see it and apply ASAP, like now, because your soul doesn't wait. If you're waiting, you're not creating, okay? And last but not least, I just want to give you a little sneak peek on something that's really exciting that's coming. I already informed some of my clients today, but the full drop will be tomorrow, and you're kind of knowing a little bit here already. So I'm really excited for it. The visuals, the vibe, oh my God, it's beyond. And it's called Life of Ceremony, where God lives through you. This is a 3-month-ish mastermind, and it will go live tomorrow at a pre-sale price. And you don't want to miss this. It's incredible. You will receive a divine ceremonial gift from me and 3 sets of yin and yang incredible living tea that I spoke of just now. And you will have tea ceremony activations with me. You will have mentorship calls with me, and you will have access to my masterclasses, all of the good stuff. This will be one of the 2 main spaces that I will open this year. My main goal this year is to have masterminds where women really come in and walk as sovereign beings, and they can really feel into their power, and we're working in tandem, building that space for multidimensionality to really be so dynamic that your growth and your expansion is fully honored in reverence. Thank you, BD. So if you want to really anchor this power in and walk with me, join me. The link for Life of Ceremony will only come to you if you message me today. And yeah, eventually it will be on my link in bio. But for now, if you wish to join us, there are only 8 spots available. Let me know, message me. Or if you have anything that came through for you and you haven't dropped it in and it came to you later, message me. I love to hear from you. You know, I don't do hardcore sales. I don't push you to buy anything. So just know that it is your decision, your sacred yes, your transformation. When you say yes, you're saying yes to yourself. And it's now. The time is now. Whew, we've got big things to do, everyone. Okay. So if there are no more, and Denise is saying, thank you for this affirming reflection of our divine unity. Yes, thank you. That's everything. Everything I do is all about that. Amen. Kelsey, thank you. BD, thank you for sharing today. Yes, and happy Lunar New Year. All right, my loves. So grateful for you. Just taking a moment here because you were all in the ethers and now you're here. So I'm just like, oh, wow. It's immense. It's really immense. Okay, wow. Kelsey, thank you, Liying. You are a living miracle. Well, you are, because you see me. And so you are. And how would you live as a miracle? All right, my loves. Big kisses, and I will see you again very soon.